Hello and welcome to the first video on my YouTube channel. My name is Alan Wells. I'm a 19-year-old entrepreneur from Ireland. I'm the founder of Wellset Media. The point of this video was that I wanted to share some of the lessons that I've learned along the way while starting off as a freelancer doing content and then eventually actually building that into a business. Now I'm still early in the journey, but there's still some valuable things that I've learned along the way. So we'll get straight into it with number one. The questions you really need to ask reveal themselves when you take action. It's very easy when you have a big idea to get stuck in planning paralysis. How am I going to do this? What about this? What about that? And you end up researching so much useless, irrelevant information that you forget an hour later. And chances are you're never even going to need that information again. So really, as you take action, as you start actually going towards whatever your goal is or whatever you want to do, the things you need to know will come up naturally. They'll reveal themselves. For example, alright, you want to start your agency. Well, how am I going to do that? That'll be the first question. And then more and more are just going to come up as little problems come up along the way. Number two, seek and you shall find. If you're actively seeking opportunities, you're going to find them. But you need to be specific. The opportunities are already there. They're everywhere. They're waiting for you. But when I say you need to be specific, the goal shouldn't just be, I want to find an opportunity to make money. There's a million opportunities to make money, but be specific. If I could do thing with person, I would take that opportunity. When you get specific like that, as if by magic, you start seeing the opportunities. And this exact thing happened to me recently. I was thinking, not, oh, if I get an opportunity to do content, I'll take it. I said, if I get an opportunity to do content with a team of people that are running a bigger business, they're bigger and better than me. If I get a chance to do content with them, I'll drop everything and take it. And guess what? Exactly that happened. Number three. No matter what you do, you will be judged. If you step out of line and do something different, you're going to be judged. But if you don't do anything, if you remain inactive, you're going to be judged for that too. Judgment is natural, it's essential, it's a part of your everyday life. So why would you let that limit you? Why would you even care about what somebody else thinks about you? Because at the end of the day, it's your life and you get to choose what you want to do with it. I had to let go of the fear of judgment before making the leap to make my first post on Instagram and publicly commit to building my business. And since then, life in general has been so much better. The judgment of other people is completely irrelevant to you, so just forget about it and move on. Number four, you have a compass, but you must create the map. The compass is going to point you to your end goal, or the compass is your end goal. But the compass isn't going to tell you about the rivers that you're going to have to build bridges to cross along the way. You're going to have to create the map as you go along, and the compass is just a guide. And this goes into, you don't want to stay too focused on the end goal. You want to stay focused on where you are now and how you can actually get to the next place. And like I said, if you're just focused on the compass and this one thing, you're not going to be able to overcome whatever's in your way along that journey. So you have to build the map yourself. Number five, this is my favorite one, and it's E to the power of X. I kind of keep this almost as a personal slogan. have it on the front of my notebook there as well. And if you know what e to the power of x is, it's a natural logarithm, and it's a graph that looks like this. It starts off slow and flat, and then suddenly it goes up. So growth, knowledge, and momentum, they all compound. Nothing is linear. It's not a straight line. And it's the same when you're starting out with, for me, the business. It starts off and it feels like nothing is happening. You don't know anything. You haven't a clue. It's scary. But as you go along, things start to come together quicker and easier the further you go. So all the knowledge you've been building up, it all starts to come together. It seems to happen quicker or easier. And last but not least, you have to go to level 1 to get to level 2. And I say this because I started out as a freelancer, just making videos for people for their social media as DJs. And I learned quite a lot. A lot of things that a lot of knowledge that's essential for moving into actually turning that into a business. And the best way to describe that era was that I got kicked in the balls every fucking day. You learn lessons the hard way, especially at the start, because, you know, fuck around and find out. There was nights where I'd be out filming for DJs and somebody else would be like, oh, would you stay for my set and film me and I'll pay you? And when you're doing videography, usually you get paid after. And I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. Don't you know that I get ghosted and I never got paid? I don't think I got home till 4 or 5 a.m. that night, so I was pretty pissed. Other times I undersold myself, or I just got paid less than I was supposed to because I didn't set clear boundaries and expectations. And that's boundaries and expectations are probably two of the biggest things that you're going to take with you to the next level. But they're also the hardest thing to establish, because when you do that, it's almost like prestige and you're going back to level 1. When you set those boundaries, certain people go out of the picture and that's your client base gone. So you're back to zero, you're not making any money, things are slow. So it seems like a sacrifice, but in the long run, definitely isn't. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the subscribe button, give me a like, go check out my Instagram if you want to see some more small bits. And yeah, I appreciate your time.